गुड मॉर्निंग स्टूडेंट्स। आज का हमारा टॉपिक है कैलकुलेशन ऑफ चार्ज, मास एंड चार्ज बाय मास रेशियो फॉर इलेक्ट्रॉन्स। शुरू करने से पहले अगर आपको वीडियो पसंद आता है तो ज़रूर शेयर कीजिए, सब्सक्राइब कीजिए और बेल आइकन को प्रेस करिए ताकि लेटेस्ट वीडियोस आप तक जल्द से जल्द पहुंचे। द मोर द बेटर। Now, to start with the topic, J.J. Thomson was the one who in 1897 determined the charge to mass ratio. This he did by subjecting the beam of electrons released in the discharge ray tube, the cathode rays that were formed, they were made to pass through electric field and magnetic field. The electric field and the magnetic field were mutually perpendicular to each other and also to the path of the electrons. Now, if there was only electric field and cathode particles being negatively charged, the particles would have deflected only towards the positive plate and would have reached at a point, say, X. Had there been only magnetic field, the negatively charged particles would have deflected towards the north pole and would have reached to a point, say Y, on the fluorescent screen. Now, if both the magnetic fields and electric fields are applied simultaneously, then their effect would be so as to mutually cancel out each other's effect so that the particle more or less goes out straight. Now what J.J. Thomson observed was that the deflection of the particles, the extent of deviation of the particles under the influence of applied electric and magnetic field depended upon three factors. Number one, the magnitude of the negative charge on the particle. Greater the magnitude of negative charge on the particle, greater would be the interaction with the electric or magnetic field which is applied, and thus greater will be the magnitude of deflection. So more the charge on the particle, more it will get deflected. Then smaller the mass of the particle, more will be deflection. And third is, greater the strength of applied electric or magnetic field, more will be the deflection which the particle will undergo. Now, knowing these factors, Thomson adjusted the magnetic and electric field in such a way so that they mutually equaled themselves, so that the particle was neither deflected towards X nor towards Y, but it went straight on. That meant that at this particular instant the magnetic field was exactly equal to the electric field. Applying the formulas of magnetic and electric fields and putting the values of different constants, the unknown values E by M for the particle could be calculated, and J.J. Thomson found this charge to mass ratio for electron to be equal to 1.76 into 10 raised to power 8 coulombs per gram. And no matter whichever gas was taken in the discharge ray tube, the value always came out to be the same. So that meant that whatever may be the gas, the particle that was coming out was always the same, and its charge to mass ratio was thus the same. Second experiment was to calculate the charge on the electron. Now R.A. Millikan in 1917 determined experimentally the charge on electron, and the experiment that he used was Millikan's oil drop method. In this experiment, Millikan used a sprayer. This is the sprayer. This sprayer introduced small droplets of oils into the chamber. These droplets were allowed to fall into this chamber through this hole. Now this part of the chamber was between two metal plates, one which was connected to positive terminal of battery, so acted as the positive plate, and the other plate was acting as the negative plate. Now had there been no electric field, the oil droplet would have fallen down under the influence of its own weight. That means only gravitational pull would have made the particle to fall down. But what was done, this droplet was being observed through a telescope, and an X-ray was introduced into the chamber, and the air in the chamber, it was ionized because of these X-rays, and electrons were taken out from the air molecules. These electrons settled on the oil droplets, making the droplets negatively charged. Now you see, negatively charged droplets would be attracted towards the positive charged plate. So by adjusting the electric field, the positively charged plate showed attraction. The oil droplets were attracted by this plate, and by adjusting the strength of the electric field, the attraction was made to such an extent that the droplet, it neither fell down because of gravitation nor it went up because of attraction, but both the forces balanced each other and the droplet was stationary. So Millikan, when he made the droplet stationary, then at that moment it meant that the gravitational field on the droplet was exactly equal to the force of attraction experienced by the droplet towards the positively charged electric plate. So these two forces were equal. Putting again the values of the two, the weight or the force of attraction mg, and the electrical field, the charge of the oil droplet could be calculated. Millikan not only calculated this charge, but he found out that the charge was Q was equal to N into E, where E is the charge on the electron and N is a whole number. Its value may be 1, 2, 3, 4 depending upon how many electrons a droplet could absorb. So from these values, Millikan could calculate the charge on the electron equal to 1.602 into 10 raised to power minus 19 coulombs, and the magnitude of this charge was negative. A positively charged particle on the other hand would have charge positive. So we have calculated the charge to mass ratio by J.J. Thomson's method of discharge ray tube. We calculated the charge on an electron by means of Millikan's experiment, and the third is calculation of mass of electron. Now that is easy. We know the charge, we know the charge to mass ratio. We simply divide charge by charge to mass ratio and we get mass. E cancels out and goes to the top. So mass comes out to be 1.602 into 10 raised to power minus 19 upon 1.76 into 10 raised to power 8 coulombs per gram, and on solving this comes out to be 9.10 into 10 raised to power minus 28 grams. In kilograms it will be 9.10 into 10 raised to power minus 31 kilograms. So from here we can come to the definition of electron. Electron may be defined as the fundamental particle present in an atom which carries 1 unit negative charge. This much charge is equal to 1 unit negative. 1.602 into 10 raised to power minus 19 coulombs is the charge on an electron. Whatever this charge is, let it be 1 unit negative, and it has negligible mass equal to 9.1 into 10 raised to power minus 31 kilograms, and this mass is only 1 by 1/837 the mass of an atom of hydrogen. So in compared to hydrogen, it's almost negligible. So this fundamental particle is called electron, and it was the discovery was made by J.J. Thomson.